So I want to talk to you a little bit about the various music software packages that we use, as well as the iMacs that we're very fortunate to have in this department. Back when I was at school, doing composition was actually very challenging for a lot of students, without any music technology, with just a few pianos and keyboards. For the vast majority of students though, that's not an accessible thing to do, because if you don't play the piano or you play an instrument that's not readily available, it becomes a lot more challenging. And composition isn't necessarily about playing the instrument, but more being creative with music in general. So this is where music technology comes in. So the few different software packages that we've got, starting with the younger years down at junior school, we have this, which should be very familiar. It's Garageband. So free on all Apple products when you buy them. This gives you a load of software instruments and the ability to use a MIDI controller like this to play in musical lines, or it gives you the option to program it directly into the computer, completely bypassing the need to play an instrument. The next level up, we actually use a program called Studio One version 4, which is part of the Personas package. This is the same kind of idea as Logic Pro on from the Apple Store, or Cubase or Pro Tools. There's a number of others. It's a piece of sequencing software. Like GarageBand, it gives pupils the opportunity to record via a MIDI controller, so a keyboard where they can record different instruments into the software. So this gives you a lot more potential to be very creative and work to your strengths. And the final piece of software that we use, the good old-fashioned scoring software, which thankfully over the years has become a lot more intuitive and easier and quicker to use. Most of the time with the older years we go between the two pieces of software. So if you are a non-classically trained pianist, for example, writing a score is probably going to be challenging for you. If you play guitar, or pop guitar, pop drums, if you're a vocalist, you probably haven't written many scores before. You will, however, have done a lot of improvising and a lot of music creation that doesn't involve score writing. So in this scenario, we would record via the MIDI functions and software on this piece of software, Studio One. We would then export a MIDI file and then import that into the other piece of software, which would give you a mostly done score with the need for a little bit of editing to it. So it speeds up a quite laborious process of score writing for people that aren't used to working in that idiom as well.
Hello, so I picked out music as my IGCSE, and the only issue was that although I'm very passionate about singing, I wasn't really confident on instruments. But using this program that we have installed has made composing much easier for me, and I found myself confidently using the app and using the software. And I'm super grateful that I think that the school has done an amazing job in installing these type of computers. And I think it just makes young musicians who look up to composing and want to try something but are not that confident on instruments, makes composing much more better.
My name is Tunu. I play guitar here. And using the Personas Studio One software is really comfortable. Even using the keyboard that I don't really use, it kind of makes everything easier. There's a variety of effects and different sounds to achieve. Could be very easy to experiment with, play around with, and very comfortable for composition as well.
My name is Islam. I am a drummer, and I do use this software quite well actually, even though as a drummer I only do drums obviously, but using the software I can kind of deploy other sounds and other instruments and be able to learn how to use the composition correctly and create music viably.